Hi, my name's Michael and I'm multi-passionate. That means I'm interested in all kinds of different things. One of the many things I'm interested in is homemade musical instruments. I was inspired by my friend Liesl. Look up her channel on Liesl Cigar Box Guitars on YouTube. Liesl, Liesl Cigar Box Guitars. She started out with cigar box guitars, but she also makes what she calls diddly bows. This is a diddly bow, or at least it's a form of it. Some people call it a canjo because it's made with a can. I'll tell you about that in a second. I call it a Spamjo because the can is a Spam can. I made it for my son's birthday. He loves Spam and he loves bacon, so I used the bacon flavored Spam can. My son actually ate the Spam out of this can, and then I rescued the can from the trash to make this diddly bow. It's really fun and it's really easy to make, although it turns out my physical limitations made it difficult for me to finish it by myself. So I had to get my son to actually help me. I called that, your birthday present has some assembly required. He said, I had to make my own birthday present, but he enjoys it. He plays all kinds of musical instruments and he's really good at it. I'm not. You'll find out in a second. I can't play this thing for beans. But it was a lot of fun making it and he enjoys it a lot. So, as I said, it starts out with a can. This is just a Spam can. You can use almost any kind of metal can. Oil cans, gas cans, cookie tins, all kinds of stuff like that. Anything you want to make it with. And a piece of wood, because it's a one-string thing. It doesn't have a whole lot to it. This piece of wood actually came from a bench that we used to have in our garden. It got weathered and fell apart, but I saved some of the pieces of wood. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is. It's really hard, which is why I had trouble trying to drill a hole through the wood for the, I put a tuner on it. This is a guitar tuner. I bought a set of 6 of those on Amazon for not much money at all. And just a plain guitar string, which is also really cheap. You can buy a whole set, or in this case I just bought one individual string because I was making one thing. It's cool. So you drill a hole, install the tuner on that end. You get the can and you screw it to the back of the wood, or you can actually, some people put it on the front of the wood and put a screw through here and a screw through there. You can attach it to the wood any way you want, as long as it's open like this. And you use the open part as a resonator. So I drilled a hole and put a pop rivet in there, and then had to drill the pop rivet out so the string goes through there, and that way I wasn't worried about it pulling through this thin metal of the can. So you can tighten up the string fairly mount and it won't have a problem. You play a diddly bow with a slide. Also made this slide with the help of my son and grandsons. Cut the top off of a wine bottle and then filed it down. It's pretty easy to make. You just take a glass cutter and you score around the neck of the wine bottle. You get a good score, but you don't have to cut all the way through. Put it in some boiling water for a little while, then put it in cold water, like ice water. Sometimes you have to do it more than once, but then my son was helping me with it, and he went tink with it on the edge of something, and then it cracked right off. It was cool. Then I took a file and just filed the edges down so it wouldn't be sharp. But you play it like this, more or less. I don't really know how to play it right yet. But you go up and down to make the notes. Some people get fancy and put frets on them, but that's doing too much to me. So that's how you play a canjo or a Spamjo or a diddly bow, whatever you want. It's a one-stringed homemade musical instrument. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm Michael, and I'm multi-passionate.